my gosh. Okay, look, I understand, and honestly, for me, when John Cooper came out yesterday and he backtracked his comments from the night before talking about the too many men, which, by the way, so many of you commented on my last video, and you're right. Yes, Colorado had 6 men on the ice. Tampa had 7 for a good amount of time. So that makes John Cooper look bad. He comes back and he retracts the comments the next day. He says he's the king of breaks, and it was an emotional game, an emotional time, and he's got to talk to the media 5 minutes after. That's why he says that, and it's time to worry about the next game. Now, honestly, this one's just making me mad, okay? Apparently, a few minutes ago, John Cooper said that the altitude in Denver played a part in Tampa's performance in Game 1 and 2. The dude is making more excuses for why his team wasn't up to par in the game. Like, this guy is showing to me that he's such a sore loser here. And I loved John Cooper before this. I thought he was the perfect coach for Team Canada. He probably still is, but I'm really not liking this. And look at this tweet from Michael Russo. John Cooper feels the altitude got to the Lightning in Game 2 especially. He had previously scoffed at that notion, saying they've been here a week. And he also believes that Chernak will play tonight. Like, I understand, and I know John Cooper's come out and said, oh, give them credit, and all this stuff. Oh, they were the better team tonight. But it just, it seems so empty when he comes out and says things like this. You know, like, especially after having said before, oh yeah, it's not really a big deal. We've been here for a week, short shifts, this stuff like that. So now to come out and use that as an excuse, it honestly infuriates me. I really don't like this. And, okay, maybe there has been teams in the past who've used it as an excuse in Denver. I haven't seen it. To me, I haven't seen other teams saying that that was part of the reason why they lost. And I'm not saying he's saying, oh, we lost because of the altitude. But to even bring this up as like something of note here, to me is just an absolute joke. Like, yes, obviously the altitude will affect your team, but no, you don't come out as a professional, especially as a team who's won 2 straight cups. You don't come out as a professional and complain about it or blame it on it. You don't do that. And like, honestly, if you're a true pro, you don't even mention stuff like that. I hear so many teams and so many players refuse to give any type of excuse in situations because they're professional and they want to be judged on the performance, whether this happened or that happened or not. If you're a true pro, none of that should matter. Just go out and play. Honestly, like, this isn't even like talking about an injury, right? Okay, or something like that. I understand more. And even then, like, there's just so many filler words in these hockey interviews, especially from John Cooper, like, oh yeah, oh, I'm not trying to make excuses, or injury shouldn't be an excuse, but in his head he's thinking, oh, wow, that altitude really played a part in this. Like, to me, that's just such a bad mentality to have. Like, I used to hate it when I played hockey or any type of sport and I would beat somebody and they'd say like, oh, you only won because of the wind, or you only won because this happened, or oh, I didn't drink enough water, or whatever it was. I hated that. Like, dude, just take the L and move on and be better next time. Like, seriously, this type of stuff grinds my gears. I hate it so much. And to come from a professional coach and a very winning coach who's had his fair share of wins here, I don't like it. And especially after the whole debacle yesterday, the very next day, 2 days later actually, to come out and say this, it's such a bad look. So we'll see what happens tonight. I don't even... Okay, we'll see if the altitude plays a part in it tonight, John. So, hey, I don't know, whatever.